Okay. Now it should be working. Katie? Oh, Katie?
What?
Is it working now?
Let me check.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be.
Alright. You're about to leave the lobby. Do you want to bring members of your games? Yes. We're going to go to Creative, Forge, and we'll go to Halo Reach Forge. Alright. You want to exit out of that menu? Okay. Yeah, and it brought you along with me? Nothing. No, I'm talking to myself, kind of. We'll go to... I guess... Where should I go to? Forge World. Of course. Forge World. A perfect place. Yeah, and we'll do Forge. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's been a long time since I've entered Forge mode. So in this mode is generally used to make custom maps. It gives you tools to spawn in items, buildings, building pieces, vehicles, stuff like that. So what we'll be able to do is I'll be able to show you all the tools of the game, and you'll be able to learn. Oh, good, and it spawned us in here. That's fantastic. Hello. It's me. Yeah? Alright. So, watch this. See me now?
You're in mobile cam mode.
Yep. Alright. So, we'll start with human weapons. The assault rifle, you already have one, but... So, up close, just... slam the entire clip into me. Aim for the chest and just slam the entire thing.
Betrayed.
Maybe I should change teams. Let's see. I'll be right back.
You tell me they should do.
Yeah, no, but so just so that way that doesn't, the notification doesn't pop up. So let me go over here. See settings. No. No, that's not what I want to do. Whatever. Now, stay right there. From this far away, try to do the same thing. Just empty the whole clip.
Betrayed.
See? Now, the reason why it's more effective up close is because normally your enemies, you'll now try it again, your enemies will be doing this number. Go ahead. Harder to keep up with, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, here, let me drop you some ammo. Oh, well, we'll talk about that gun later. There you go. Oh. Dang it. There we go. But, closer up to you might be a little bit easier to keep track of. So, just empty the clip. And try to keep track of me. I'll try to move slow. With the camera, not your body. Yeah. You want to follow me with that. Takes a little bit of getting used to. But this is definitely pretty good training for what you are getting. It's good training for all of the guns.
Right.
Really. Or I'll do this number right here.
I'm complete. Oh no, I have 64 rounds. Okay. So it's 32 rounds for this clip.
Yes.
I still hate human weaponry.
Well. So, next human weapon is this gun right here. That is the designated marksman rifle.
This seems familiar.
I will give you some targets to shoot at, because it'll be easier to do it that
How
way.
do you scope?
Click the right stick. Click it down. Yeah, see? Is it on hold or toggle?
It's on a toggle.
Okay, good. Good, you want that.
I remember this. This is
Okay.
the one that I used before.
Not objectives. Let's see. I gotta figure out where. Is it in gadgets? Explosives, yes. Yeah, there we go. We want some of these guys. There you go, you're taking pot shots. Good. Go ahead and practice shooting long range stuff.
You only need one shot with this if you hit in the right spot. I remember that much.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember doing this a lot. This was how I pretty much played when I played before. I liked this weapon.
There we go. But yes, that is the designated marksman rifle.
Okay.
Fairly easy to get a hold of. Of course, enemy movement will make things harder, but that's a skill that'll come with time with you. So, I'm going to spawn another human weapon here.
I liked this one.
Yeah. Next, we have a fairly difficult weapon to get a hang of. I'll spawn
Oh, the
another one
shotgun?
for me.
Oh, what's this? A flamer?
A grenade launcher.
Ah. Okay.
So, this thing has two modes. The first mode is just pulling the trigger. So I'll give you an example. You shoot it, and it explodes. If you shoot the ground, it bounces. Yeah. Now, if you hold the trigger and then let go, it'll delay it, and it has an EMP effect.
Ah.
Similar to the plasma pistol.
Okay.
Easy enough to get a hold of.
Yes.
Yeah?
Seems so.
Next we have the Magnum. There's not a lot to tell. There's not a lot to tell you about the Magnum. It's a precision weapon. It counts as a precision weapon, so headshots with the Magnum will instantly kill enemies.
Okay.
You just have to land a headshot. So that means grunts, brutes, as long as you... brutes normally have a helmet, so you have to shoot them twice in the head.
Right.
Elites, if they don't have their shields up, you'll be able to shoot them once, gone. Zoom in, does it have a scope in this game? I don't know if it does. It does! Yes, it has a scope in this game. Yep. And those two shots only did a quarter of my health, though.
Okay.
So, it's not very great against shields. Most human weapons aren't terribly great against shields. Unless you're using something like this guy. I'll give you a few of these to play with. Now these, I want to see, let me see if I can
There is a
change
film.
teams or something. I don't remember how to change. Play up.
Hi.
Well, okay, so I won't be able to show you the special thing with this, because you have to have an enemy for it. But flying vehicles and only flying vehicles. And Halo 2, you can lock on the ground vehicles, but that's the only game it does it. It's a rocket launcher. There's not much else to it. It's simple to get a hold of.
It does have a sight on it.
Not much to it. Yes, and it has a sight. Because the rocket travels at a fairly consistent pace. The fuel rod cannon, the projectiles go faster, but they don't do quite as much damage. But the damage, go ahead and shoot me with one.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Betrayed.
The damage is there.
Okay.
Now you do that with a fuel rod gun, and I'm okay. You've done it. You've done it a few times when we play Firefight.
Yes, not intentionally though.
Yeah. And all it normally does is it'll bring down your shields if you hit a direct hit with the fuel rod. All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna drop another gun. We've got shotgun. Fairly simple weapon. Get them in close. It's hard to miss. You go boom, they go
Although
boom.
there is a sight on this.
Your helmet has a sight. That's your helmet sight, not your shotgun sight.
Okay.
And it immediately goes away if the weapon doesn't have a scope. Yeah, the effective range of that shotgun is close. Pretty much melee range.
For opening doors.
Pretty much. Pretty much. So, next after that we have sniper rifle, which I am sure you are familiar with.
Yes. This
Yeah.
is the one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is the one I remember.
Yep. Figure.
It was the square sight that I remember.
Also, no. In the campaign mode, if you turn on your flashlight, a lot of the games it gives you like night vision.
Okay.
It's not really necessary as a player. Yeah, sniper rifle. Fun. Alright. Next we have the Spartan laser. It's a fun gun.
Oh. It zooms in twice.
Mm-hmm. It has 5 times and 10 times.
Okay.
So you can hit people from real far away. This right here is a Spartan laser. Pick a target and then hold down that trigger. Hold it down.
Oh, that's why it wasn't doing anything before. I have to hold it down for it to...
Yes, it
You
is
have
a
to hold it
charge
down
up weapon.
until it shoots.
It's a charge up weapon, but that thing will absolutely melt any vehicle you hit with it. If you hit an enemy with it, him and anyone behind him is dying. It's just a straight laser. And anything that gets in its way is getting messed up. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a fairly nice gun. I like it. Aside from that, the only thing we really have in the human side of things... How do you rotate again? Shoot. It's been a long time since I've needed to mess with that. There we go. That's how you rotate. Now you can get on it like a vehicle. So you press right bumper, and then you have infinite ammo this way. Yeah. So you have infinite ammo as long as it stays on that tripod. Now if you press the B button and detach it, press the B button and you'll detach the, there you go. And now you can walk around with it, but you have limited ammunition now. So, it's pretty useful for clearing crowds.
This, to me, feels like it would be more useful down a long corridor.
Oh yeah, it definitely would. And I'm gonna drop a couple frag grenades. So, we got some frag grenades over here. You can only hold 2 of each type of grenade. Human grenades, let me see if I can show you in here. Are they on a timer in this game, or... Yes. Okay. So, how the human grenades work is you can throw them as far as you want to, but as soon as they make contact with something, a timer starts, and then they blow up. So you can bounce them off walls, you know, do this little number. Yeah. Or, like, bounce it off the floor, then boom. But as soon as it hits something, like an enemy, or the floor, or a wall, a timer starts, and then it blows up. That's how human grenades work. And that's all the human weapons.
Okay.
Now we got alien stuff.
Alright. I like the sniper rifle. I like the second one, the one with the square scope. I like
The DMR?
Yes.
Yes. Designated marksman's rifle.
The rocket launcher is okay, but I still like the fusion rod.
Yeah, that's, you know, that's perfectly fine.
I do like the Spartan laser, though.
Alright, so this gun right here is concussion rifle. And pick one up. It's basically the alien version of the rocket launcher, except it's just more simplified. You can shoot it once, or you can just go ham. Go have fun with it. Also, you can tell there's a little bit of an arc with it, but when it comes to mid-range encounters, that's not really a worry. So, you can generally just aim for the enemy and shoot when it comes to mid-range encounters, but you will have to worry about that arc when it comes to long-range encounters.
I have been noticing the arc with a lot of these.
Yeah. Here's a fun one.
I remember this thing, this thing is... yes.
Yes. This is basically a one-shot kill on everything. So, there are 2 modes when it comes to this. There's the B button, the normal melee button. That'll give you faster slashes than the trigger will. But the trigger, if you have your crosshair on an enemy, it will make you, like, let's see. Okay, so stay still. So, about this range, you will lunge forward.
Betrayed.
But if you use the trigger when it lights up, then you will end up lunging forward and to the enemy.
Okay.
So, you know, it's a sword. You're bringing a sword to a gunfight, so they give you that ability to close the distance.
Okay.
So there's that.
And this is one of the few things you can do that you can dual wield these things.
No, you cannot dual wield swords. That would be awesome. That would be so cool if you could, but no, you can't. Be pretty awesome if you could, though. All right, so here's your baby, your favorite.
Yay.
Fuel rod gun.
I love this thing.
And, you know, you can do the single shot like that. or you can just go ham. And the enemies use it like this a lot. They just spam you with it. And a lot of players will use it like I did, where it's just spam the entire thing at the enemy.
Yeah, but that... I like using it like... I like trying to ricochet it.
Now, I'm not sure if the arc... I don't think the arc is as dire as the concussion rifle. Let me see. Yeah, the arc... It starts dropping off at long range instead of mid-range. So, pretty much at any encounter that you're going to have in this game,
Right.
you'll be able to hit an enemy straight on by just locking the crosshairs.
Okay.
So there's that. Oh, this is a fun one. That is the gravity hammer. It's another melee weapon. Yeah. You feel that?
Yes.
Anyone in your immediate vicinity in front of you is dying when you do that. You can knock around movable cover. You can go around to stuff like this and just it's gonna break it. It's gonna break stuff.
You know what the funny thing is? This reminds me of the anime Battle Angel Alita. The gentleman who made Alita, he uses a hammer that has a jet that he uses to better fight the cybernetic opponents.
Yep, yep. That is...
Woo!
Alright, you may have respawned somewhere else, so let me see where you respawned.
Knocked pounded the hell out of that thing.
Actually, let me check this. Tools... Object options. Okay.
So how do I turn into the camera thing? Oh, this place is pretty. Yeah, screw the rest of the game. I'd rather be here.
Are you on the little plateau?
I'm on a glacier. I'm in the middle of the mountains.
Oh, you're on a plateau. I'm going to introduce you to...
Oh.
Yeah, it's very beautiful, so I will... Before we go back to the weapons, I will introduce you to one of the human flying vehicles.
So this is what it's like living inside this thing.
Yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'll come pick you up.
Imagine being able to... Oh, man. I always thought it'd be cool living inside the Dyson Sphere, especially that episode of Star Trek where they found one.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing the Dyson ring like this.
Alright, I'm coming to you.
Oh, hello.
Pop on, I'll show you around.
Where do I get in?
The sides. You just press right bumper. Go forward, and then right bumper. Hold it. There you go. You are on one of the side turrets. It's a machine gun.
Now, can you go the whole thing?
Huh?
Can you only go this map?
I'll show you everywhere part of this map. So, this map has this plateau area right here. Then we have this center area. Which, it has a tunnel that goes through that main little mountain area.
Well, now, question. They built this, like, they built all this cool looking stuff so that they could test the spores here.
Yeah.
Watch them destroy life so that they could better understand it.
Mm-hmm. And then we go through here, which I'll do a little cool little transition.
Oh, wow.
It's a little gulch area. This is called Forge World. Basically, all this stuff you can build on, you can create on, and build your own maps to your liking.
This is pretty.
I'm just gonna hover here and let you take it all in. I'll probably take you over here when we start looking at vehicles and stuff, because it's a more open area. But for now,
I'm living here.
for now, I'm gonna take you back to the hangar.
I could definitely live here. Fuck Earth. So we want these fucking rooms. Oh, sorry. Right.
Yeah, you're not using your push to talk, so they're not hearing you right now. There you go. Come on. I'm gonna show
How
you.
do I get out?
Same way you got in. Hold down the right bumper.
Oh, holding the bumper is how you do most of this stuff.
Yes, it is your interact button.
Okay.
So, anyways, let's go back to Covenant weapons. Next, we have the focus rifle. Not sure
Now
if
they can't hear me on your stream.
They might in the background, but I have like a little sound wall.
Okay.
But if you talk on the Discord, they'll be able to hear you. You understand?
I suppose the thing is that I am so used to having my hands completely on the control
Mhm,
and the keyboard,
mhm.
and so pushing to talk is the last thing on my mind.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, come on over here.
Oh,
I am perfectly fine teaching you stuff on stream. Ain't no thing.
ah,
So this right here, this weapon. No, not that one. This one.
Betrayed.
Oh my god. Grab that gun.
I did.
No, you grab the fuel rod cannon.
Yes, I grabbed the Thoron cannon because that's the one I like. Sorry,
Anyways,
did that hurt?
no. So this is the focus rifle.
Okay.
Go ahead and just shoot at anything. Just give it a shot.
I like it, scope.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Now hold down the trigger.
This is a particle weapon.
Yes. The longer you hold it down, the more, like, the longer you hold it down on an enemy, the more damage it will.
This makes me think of Spaceship Yamato's wave motion gun.
Kinda. It's not super great against vehicles, but it does fairly decent damage to people.
Is there anything like the wave motion gun in this?
Spartan laser's as close as you're gonna get. Yeah, this baby right here is as close as you're gonna get to that. Alright, so yeah, that's the Covenant's sniper rifle for this game.
This is a sniper rifle?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
You gotta realize, jackals are their snipers, and they're extremely mobile. So they'll hit you from one direction with that, and then just run off. So I'm gonna drop this slightly ahead of you. You're pretty familiar with this one, I'd say.
Alright, one moment, let me get out of this sniper mode of this. Oh, yes.
The needle rifle.
Yes, we like this thing.
Yep, it's fairly self-explanatory, kind of like the DMR. Mm-hmm.
Now this, the needles don't track?
No, the needles do not track.
But...
Yes.
And do they trigger the same thing like with the other needlers?
Yes, with fewer needles.
3
with-
or 4?
It takes 3, I believe. So with 3 needles, if they do not have any shielding, they will blow up. And on most enemies, blowing them up with 3 needles, that's going to kill them. Now, there are some enemies that are a bit stronger, so, but most of the time...
Understood.
Yeah. Not super great against shields, though. As you clearly saw. I hit you with like a burst of them, and your shields are pretty alright. You have to put fairly constant fire, but the rate of fire is a lot faster than the DMR.
But I think I prefer the actual needler itself. Even though it requires a 7, I think I can better manage. I think most of the time I better control delivering just the 7 shots I need to make something blow up compared to some of the other weapons I've played with.
Now, here's the needler. Now, it's going to be a little bit hard to show, but you're familiar with the tracking, so we don't have to do any of that. Here's what it looks like when it's not tracked to anything.
Yes.
Fairly awful mess of a spread right there, but, you know.
Yes.
Next we have the plasma launcher.
Now this one was kind of fun.
Yeah, you can charge it up to 4, and then fire away.
Good.
And it will lock on to enemies. So if you hold the crosshair over an enemy, it'll lock on. And then the grenades will home in on them. It's not guaranteed to hit them, but you'll have that. The drop-off is significantly, the drop-off is definitely at, medium range, for sure.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Next we have the plasma pistol. You're fairly familiar with that.
The plasma pistol's interesting. I like it.
Yes, the plasma pistol, you have 2 modes. There's the fast shooting, which that brought down your shields fairly quickly. Much quicker than the needle rifle did.
Right.
Or you have the charge up.
Right.
And that didn't take very long at all. So, it might look very unassuming, but it's a fairly powerful weapon in the right hands. Because you can hit somebody with an overcharged shot, switch to your DMR and go, and they're dead.
Right.
And you just use 2 shots, they're gone. Next we have the plasma repeater and the plasma rifle, which fulfill similar niches. I don't really understand why they have these 2. I don't know why they added the repeater when you have the... I guess they wanted, an SMG equivalent? I'm not really sure. But, if they wanted an SMG rifle equivalent, I pretty much use both of those weapons interchangeably. Yeah. They're energy weapons like that. Go ahead and shoot me with it. And there went my shields. It shreds the shields pretty quickly.
Now when it recovers, I want to see the difference between that one and this one.
Go ahead. Ooh, gone already. That one does it a little bit faster. Yeah, that one does it a little bit faster. I think the niche with the plasma repeater is it's supposed to work better from further away.
Okay.
But generally most engagements in Halo take place about from this distance or closer. So generally, enemies are like, you know, they, like you're fighting from this distance all the time.
Right.
You know, so the plasma rifle is generally better at those distances. But, you know, if you like staying farther away, maybe the repeater's better.
I'm not sure.
Next, we have the Spiker. It's a fairly unassuming... you gotta... There you go. It's a fairly unassuming weapon. It does healthy damage.
And you can melee with it?
Yes. You see the little spike on it? Yeah. It does more melee damage than if you were to hit somebody with another weapon. So, like, here's the DMR. Your shields are down.
Okay. And then bring it down. You bring it down with the weapon and then shoot them.
Yeah. That's generally the strat where you go bam, and then fire. Or you could just hit them twice. I think hitting them twice works. But yeah, it's an okay weapon. The rate of fire is all right. The accuracy is only really good at short range. Yeah. And next we have plasma grenades.
Alright, say that again.
Plasma grenades.
And that is over to you now.
This one's fairly easy. Remember, left bumper to switch grenades. But, easy enough thing to explain. They're sticky
These are the
grenades.
things that the suicide bombers run up with too low.
Yes, but they're lovingly referred to as sticky grenades.
Okay.
You know why? Throw one directly at me.
Oh,
Yes.
I think that's why I dived into that one that came up in the room. I didn't see it, but I thought I saw something on my leg, and then I blew up.
Yeah. Plasma grenades are pretty great, honestly. I like them more than the human grenades, but the human grenades have their uses in tight quarters. Because you can bounce them around a corner. The human grenades have a slightly wider radius. But with the plasma grenades, if you stick somebody, they are probably gonna die unless they have armor lock or something like that. And I have one more weapon to show you, and then I'll show you some armor abilities. Okay. So you can get familiar with those. And then some vehicles. Whee!
What happened to you?
Oh, I respawned really far away, so I had to pick up a plane.
Oh, you.
I flew here.
Oh, you died because I bombed you.
Yeah. That happens. Alright, so... last one we have here. That you see the shield on the front of it?
I'm on a turret.
Yeah, that turret. You see the shield on the front of it?
Yes.
That don't do shit.
Okay.
So just kind of like
Yeah, I can't.
keeping that in
so
mind.
much.
Yeah. And you can also tear it off. Yep. And go ahead and give it a shoot. Yeah, like 4 shots of that, maybe 5 shots of that, it'll bring my shields down because my shields are already almost gone. And you can go ham with that. I mean, it has a slower rate of fire than a lot of the other plasma guns, but it does more damage.
It has a very satisfying feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Still, I'd rather be going down a long bottleneck with this thing.
Alright, so I'm gonna fly over to the opening right here, and I'm gonna drop all of the armor abilities. So I can show you how that. We got
So
some.
it's like one big holiday.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's why they built this thing.
Yeah. So that way you could fuck around and just kind of do whatever you want.
I wonder how many of them spent their time entertaining themselves in between testing and research. Well, no, I mean, it seems like the kind of thing you have to do just to not stay sane. Now, what are all these?
These are armor abilities. In Halo 3, they had equipment, and then Halo Reach, they kind of, like, reduced that to this. So go ahead and drop that. You picked up the one over here at the end of the line. There you go. So you have sprint. So hold down X and move. It makes you run faster. Why did they add that? I don't know. No one likes it. no one likes it, really.
I'm not really fond of it.
Yeah. So this one right here is active camouflage. If you press X and you stand still, you go invisible. And your radar will display enemies around you. And so any enemy that comes close, all they see is the radar is jammed, and they can't see you. But if you move, you're a little bit. You're
you
more
can be seen
visible.
like a predator.
Yeah. Yeah. You might like this one if you like using the precision weapons. You might like that a lot. It does have a limited time, and it does mute your ability to hear sound. But at your skill level, listening to sound cues isn't really an issue.
Well, now, I was still trying to pay attention to the things that were coming up the alleyway because I was trying to be mindful of the thing coming up from the left.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to be able to know where I
But
need
like
to
it
be.
was like the thing of, remember I heard the enemy that spawned in with that grenade launching gun?
Right.
Because I heard the specific sound cue. So, next is a jetpack. Pretty self-explanatory.
I like that.
Yes. It's also great for helping protect you from fall damage. Because if you use it right before you're about to land, you can land safely. Yep. I mean, it's pretty nice. I like the jetpack.
That's what it is, and camouflage.
Yeah. So, next we have hologram.
This yellow thing?
Mm-hmm. So, just look forwards, and I will show you how it works. So, don't look towards me, just look ahead towards the opening. Alright, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you're in the Matrix yet?
Alright, so the illusion was the first one or the second one?
That's the issue. It's the first one. But you can trick people using it. And it's all based on where you're aiming. So if I aim all the way down there, my guy will walk all the way down. But if you aim it a little bit closer, he'll walk down there and then stop.
Okay,
Now-
different me's walking around.
Yeah. But aliens will always fall for this.
Okay.
The AI will always fall for that.
So it's useful to use that to draw out opponents and then gun them down.
Yes. In multiplayer, you want to do it where they can't see you, like I did with you. Because if you do it where you're in vision, watch this,
Okay.
you'll see a little animation at the beginning.
Yes.
You see it takes a little bit to solidify.
Mhm.
So if a player sees that, then they know it's a fake.
Always do it behind cover.
Yes. Next we have evade. This one's my favorite. I like this one a lot.
This is the dodge one.
Yep.
This is the thing that they use to dodge all of the things that I use.
Yep. And if you want to see what it looks like on somebody else, look at me over here. Oh, okay, there you are. So there you go.
Ah, for you, you do a roll.
Yes.
They do a sidestep.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Fairly simple. I mean, it gives you a lot of mobility. I like it. So this next one is Bubble Shield. So, yeah, you have some grenades equipped. So go ahead and throw some grenades at me. See? Go ahead, throw yours down. Hold it down. See that?
I like
It's pretty nice.
I like this one too.
Yeah, it's a very useful tool to get you some breathing room when you're being shot at a lot. This one over here you'll be fairly familiar with.
Yeah,
Now,
I remember this.
something useful. I'll show you with one of these smaller vehicles in here. Yeah, I'll use a ghost. That's good. So, I want you to use armor lock as I'm about to run you over. Ready? Go.
Damn.
Yeah, it damaged the vehicle. If I was going fast enough, it would have blown me up and killed me.
Damn.
Yep, I can throw grenades at you, I can shoot you with a tank, Spartan laser, it doesn't matter, you're not going to die if you have that active.
Okay.
So, pretty good. This is the active camouflage, you already did that one. That's all the armor abilities. So, you know, grab your favorite, and I'm going to stick with armor lock because we're going to be messing around with vehicles. So, let's get into the Falcon. I'll straighten it out a bit.
So now, how many uses of this do I have
Infinite.
while testing?
No. In-game, you can just use it as... You can use these armor power-ups as long as the cooldown is not active. So you see
Alright,
it's
and
building
only
up.
one upgrade, right?
Yeah, you can only have one armor ability at a time.
Then I think I want to try the stealth, the predator route.
Yeah. Go ahead and jump in here. And I will take you to the bigger area and we'll test out some vehicles.
There really is no end to the stuff that you can do with a Halo collection, is there?
No, not really. Not really. Like, mods weren't even necessary, but...
The replayability of this particular series is like extremely high.
Yes. Yes.
That's the kind of thing. The more games I play, that kind of thing, I'm glad I found something like this.
Alright, so I'm gonna set her down here. Or actually, I'm gonna hover here. Go ahead and fire off that gun. Just get a feel for it. I'm gonna circle that vehicle and you just keep on shooting at it. Feels pretty good, right?
Yes.
Alright, so now we're gonna test something out. You get in the pilot seat.
Oh God.
I'm gonna tell you how it works, so don't you worry about that. But I'm also gonna stay out here in Forge mode so that way I can watch you. So, left trigger, hold it down to raise your altitude. Okay?
Now, do you have to hold it to stay?
Yes, you have to hold it As you hold it, it'll raise your altitude, and when you let go, it will lower your altitude.
Okay.
And if you press the A button, it will hold your current altitude.
Ah.
So that way you don't have to hold the button.
Okay.
Seems simple enough?
Yes.
Alright, now,
And now if I do the left trigger again, it would drop me and I'd land.
yes. So you click it, and then boom. Now you don't want to hit the ground hard, but so when you get low enough, you kind of just like tap it a little bit, and you'll start hovering down.
Alright, so I have
Alright.
my altitude locked.
Yep, and now just use the movement stick to fly around. Get a feel for it, because you have a very open map. Fairly decent controls, right?
It is, but again, this is kind of like my first time driving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, the inverted shit. Pitch, yaw, and what? There's pitch, there's yaw, and there's a third one.
I don't know. I never pay attention to any of that.
No!
Yeah, it's okay. Running into things doesn't really hurt vehicles too much unless you're going super fast. I spawned me once that way. I can follow you around. Yeah, now you're in the water. But you've got sort of a feel for how the vehicle is supposed to be.
Yes, I know how to basically get in the air, set it, and not touched again until it lands.
Yeah. That's basically how you operate that vehicle. I'm coming to get you. It's the one all the way to the right. Mm-hmm. I ran into a wall.
Now this could be interesting because I can imagine if the driver's doing the way they could, I could see myself being used as
Being a gun, yeah, some people enjoy much more being a gunner in a lot of these vehicles than they do actually driving.
I think I would be more helpful doing that than trying to drive.
Yeah, like Sebastian, my brother, he enjoys being the gunner a lot. And I really like driving vehicles. I really do.
I'll tell you what, you can drive, I'll shoot.
But that's the Falcon. Next we have the Banshee. This right here is Banshee. See it? Get inside and give it a test. It's gonna have to be something you have to get in from the back. Yep. There you go.
God. What, is this a one-person thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yep. The look stick controls what direction you go in, and so you look up if you want to go up, you look down if you want to go down. This one, I have trouble flying in sometimes, but some people really like it, so.
I'm reminded a little bit of a really slow speeder bike.
Ah, you said the word slow. Okay, so press the left trigger.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm. And you have a lot of boost. You can go real fast.
There we go.
Yeah. And right trigger is the machine gun part of it. And then if you press, I think it's the B button? No? Right bumper. Oh, shit. Shit.
It's vibrating my hand.
Hold on a second. I gotta remember. This is. Right trigger.
It's already been
Oh, okay. If you press the triangle button, you'll switch weapons. If you press the triangle button, you'll switch weapons. Or, not triangle, Y. My bad.
Oh.
Yep, it's got a fuel rod cannon on it. Pretty nice. Alright? Yeah. So go ahead and land it whichever way you would like to. And then you press right bumper to get out. There you go.
And let it crash itself.
Yeah. Now that's enough of the sky for us. Ghost.
This is interesting.
Yep. It also has a boost. Has fairly good turning. I mean, it's great when you want to get somewhere fast, and if you get good enough with the machine gun part of it, it can be fairly deadly against players. So, easy enough on that one. Next, we have the mongoose, which I'll just spawn one of these.
Ah!
Yep. It's an ATV. That's it. There's not much else to say about it. It's an ATV.
Yes, it was fun though.
Yeah. This is the Revenant. It's sort of like the Ghost. It's not as fast, but it's an in-between the Ghost and the...
This could be fun. I like this thing.
Mhm. Not too hard to get a hold of.
No.
Or to... Now this.
I remember this thing.
Uh-huh. You might just be a vehicle guy. Some people are just building vehicles. Seem to handle at least the ground vehicles fairly well. Well, actually, the Banshee you handled fairly well too. You seem to handle the vehicles very well. So, some people just have a hang for the vehicles. So,
I guess it depends on the one. I guess it depends on which one that I'm using.
okay, this you probably won't come up on very often, but I'll show you.
Ooh!
That's a turret. Go ahead and get in. And shoot whatever you want.
No, I like this thing.
Yep, it's a point defense turret.
What was she talking about?
She said she wasn't feeling good, and she
Oh.
also said it was already 12.
Oh,
So basically, I was just going to finish this and then
okay. Bedtime anyway.
yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Yep, it's the Wraith. Go ahead and give that a test run. ground vehicles, it also has a boost. So left trigger. So you can go a lot of places. The boost, however, is normally used when people try to climb up and get you. You can boost and run them over.
Okay.
But some skilled players will still be able to get onto you, even then. So next, up on this hill that you're on, I'm going to show you the warthogs. So,
I remember that's the Jeep, I remember.
yeah, you have the default warthog, the Gauss warthog, and the rocket warthog. They each have different turrets. The turrets is mainly where I'm going to be showing you at, so go to the back of each one and test them out. Fairly nice, right? Get on the next one. You might like this one.